Our read along for this week is titled Ninth Grade Rules. We were the kings and queens of 8th grade, ruling every commoner from kindergarten through 7th grade. For one bright, shining year, we sat atop our monarchy and reigned with joyous exhilaration. Well, here's some advice to my former subjects. Enjoy it while it lasts. Because you don't need an oracle to predict what will eventually happen. Going on to 9th grade is not a step up. It's an abrupt fall from grace. That September, I was so happy to see my friends at freshman orientation. Anya had gone to theater camp in Vermont, and LaTroy spent the summer with her family on Cape Cod. Natalie worked as a junior camp counselor. As for me, I stayed right here, babysitting as I read my way through 2-book trilogies. That summer, imagining being a freshman, I realized we'd be at the bottom of the food chain. But my friends and I would be a stable unit, keeping each other afloat as we navigated uncharted waters. Boy, was I clueless. We all filed into the auditorium to get our schedules. What I learned next was beyond comprehension. None of my friends would be in my classes. Somehow, I'd forgotten that 9th grade would include graduates of all the town elementary schools. It was like someone had poured us out of our little fishbowl and into the ocean. As the days inched along, my support system, mostly absent, was also in jeopardy. Anya got cast in the freshman play. LaTroy played soccer and joined Math League. With their extended hours, we couldn't even walk home together. And don't get me started on Natalie. Lately, she'd been hanging out with this new girl she met in class. Today, as we scrounged around in our lockers, I almost blurted out something sarcastic like, "Do I know you?" I knew I'd regret being spiteful. Later that year, I ate lunch outside on the grass with an 800-page hardback that I'd started reading. Funny how that book, solid and thick, made me feel secure. That's when I flashed on something that had been nagging at me. Anya, Natalie, me, LaTroy. Sure, we were all different girls, but what we had in common, our 8 years together, was pretty strong. High school, however, changed all that. It wasn't just another school year. It was about looking inside and branching out. It was about exploring yourself, with or without a guide, and becoming who you were meant to be. I heaved a big sigh. The idea seemed overwhelming. Maybe change was easier for kids like Anya and LaTroy, who knew what they wanted. But who was I? Mercifully, a sudden voice burst through the black, brooding cloud I'd spun around myself. "No way! You've got to be kidding!" Neela, a girl from my English class, had sat down next to me. Now she pulled something out of her backpack. It was the same book I was reading. "Did you get to chapter 7 yet?" she asked. Expectation lit up her face, making me smile. I didn't have to explore the real me right this minute, I thought, opening my book. I could just take it page by page.